Hello everyone, this is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful, Rabbit Hole, Lore and Frame, the upcoming Jaw the Dragon. Well, it's been 5 years. 5 years of putting it off, 5 years of not really wanting to address it and not wanting to admit it to myself and to my audience, not wanting to alienate hardcore Star Fox fans, not wanting to insult Nintendo. But I have played Star Fox 2. And I think I've played it enough now, after all this time, doing a handful of playthroughs. I think I've played it enough where I can safely say that I do not like the game. That's right, I do not like a Super Nintendo game, a game that is considered to be very technically innovative, very cutting edge, and was very innovative for the time. It was like a radical genre shift for the franchise. It introduced a lot of iconic characters, specifically Star Wolf. It was a really fun, it was a really interesting idea, right? I don't like faulting the developers for trying to do something different than what the original did, but I think the core problem with Star Fox has always been that it was too technically demanding for the hardware. Instead of making a fun, interesting video game, they decided that they were going to focus on visuals. But it's not a great shmup, but oh, look at it, it's 3D on the Super Nintendo. It looks like shit. Even back then, I would say it looked like shit. The only thing novel about it was that it was on it was designed for Super Nintendo hardware. There were arcade games that looked better than this. What about Star Fox? The first two Star Fox games aren't in any way noteworthy. The original, I think I've warmed up to the original over the years. I do think it does kind of stand the test of time once you get into it a little bit. It's nowhere near as good as 64, but you know what? I've played the original Star Fox, and once you get over the jank aspects to it, it's not as terrible as I made it out to be back in the day. But now, I still wouldn't call it great. It's not one of the best Super Nintendo games or anything, but I just personally don't care for it. 2, I think, is a step downgrade, which is very, very disappointing to me, considering how much I love the franchise. What happened last night when I tried to play Star Fox 2, got bored of it very quickly, and then went ahead and did another playthrough of Star Fox 64, getting a bunch of medals on expert mode. Star Fox 64, I can pop in. That's one of those games I can pop in anytime, anywhere, and just have an outright blast with it. Star Fox 64 is awesome. One of the best games ever made for sure. And the first two, though, they really do not hold up.